Okay, last week we already studied about ordering the numbers. We order from the smallest to the highest, or from the highest to the smallest, and also we already make the number line from the inequality given, or from the inequality given we make number line. Is there anything still difficult for you from the last Wednesday class? Is there anyone still getting confused? Is there anyone? No? Okay. If you have no difficulties, I'm planning to finish all the calculation in chapter 3. The calculation, I think you already get used to with the bit mass, bracket, indices, division, multiplication, addition, and subtraction. This is already in order. So we have to do the bracket first. After the bracket done, and then we look at the numbers given. Whenever you meet exponent or any exponent in here, it can be indices, it can be number with power, or it can be number inside the square root. We have to solve it. After we are done with it, and then we continue with the division and also multiplication. Whatever comes first we do first. It doesn't have to be always we start with the division, after that multiplication. We have to start it from whatever comes first. If multiplication comes first, so it means we have to do multiplication first, then division. After all the multiplication and division already done, we look at the other operation, which are addition and also subtraction. It's also the same thing because addition and subtraction are in the same level. Whatever comes first, you do first. You don't have to always finish the addition first, but then the subtraction will be later. No, it's depend on the whatever calculation or operational that come first, you do first. Because the addition and subtraction is in the same level, division and multiplication in the same level. For the exponent, the indices or the power and also the roots are in the same level. So the highest one is the bracket, and then after that we go to the exponent, after that division or multiplication, after that addition or subtraction. Later if you meet any calculation and there are more than one pairs of brackets, you have to do the one that is the inner bracket first. The one that is inside you have to do first, and then we can continue to the other brackets. And then
Teacher, what is exponents, teacher?
exponent in here, it can be indices or root. Indices is power. So exponent in here, it can be power and also root. This is, yeah, later you will meet more word using exponent rather than the indices. So exponent in here, it will be indices and also roots. They are in the same level. So whatever comes first, you do first. From the indices and also roots, they are a part of exponent. Is there anything still confusing for the rule of operation? Is there anyone get
No,
confused?
no, teacher.
No? Okay. If no one get confused, it means I can continue. If later you think my voice is not audible or anything is not clear enough, it's okay to interrupt me, to ask me any question, rather than you stay quiet and I cannot understand anything. I mean, like, I cannot recognize if you have difficulties or not. So please feel free to ask. If you already have the textbook with you, kindly open the textbook page 28. I'm going to discuss the student assessment 2 and 3. Sorry, this is a wrong typing. Supposed to be student assessment 2 and 3. We are going to discuss it. Your textbook, page 28. Already open your textbook? Okay, we are going to discuss start from question 1. Anyone want to help me to answer the question 1? How many it will be? Anyone are okay to answer? Anyone want to try to answer?
44.
44. Okay. If you maybe get a different answer or getting confused, feel free to ask. Correct for the question 1A, it's 44. What about the 1B? Anyone want to tell me?
Teacher, which page is
13.
it?
Sorry?
Which page was this?
Page 28 on your textbook. Page 28 on your
Okay,
textbook. We
teacher.
are going to discuss the student assessment 2 and 3. Because all the exercise are about calculation, so I will just
Teacher, question 1B, teacher.
okay, yes, 1B. What happened with the
1B13, teacher.
13.
13? Okay, good job. Let's continue to the question 1C. How many it will be?
28.
28. Are you sure?
25.
Yeah, it's
28.
25.
25.
Yeah, teacher, 25.
Okay. For the E, how many it will be?
25. 25.
Oh, D, now D. Is it
19, teacher.
19.
19? Okay. Well, if you get confused, please feel free to ask. If you got different answer when you try, it's okay to ask. Okay, if you have no difficulties, what is the E?
633.
How many?
49.
49.
Or 63? How
49.
many? Yes, it will be
49, teacher.
49.
Never mind, never.
We do the bracket first. 5 plus 2 is 7. 7 times 7 is 49. And then now for the F, how many it will be for the F? What
3.
F? Okay, anyone get confused or get different answer? It's okay to ask if you have any difficulties.
No, teacher.
Okay, no difficulties. If no difficulties, then it means we can move to question 2. What is the question 2? Anyone
Use
want to help
brackets.
me? Yeah, put brackets. We have to put brackets in here. On which number do I have to put bracket?
7 minus 4.
7.
Okay, 7 minus 4, I put bracket. Now what about for the question B? In which part do
3.
I have to put
3
bracket?
plus 4. 3 plus 4.
Plus 4. Okay. If whenever you have difficulties, feel free to ask. Okay, for the question C, where do I have to put bracket? Hello? Is my internet gone or something?
No,
No, teacher.
Oh no.
5 plus 5 and 6 minus 4.
Okay.
Two pairs of brackets.
Yes, okay, 2 pairs of bracket. Okay. Is there anyone get confused? Yeah.
No, teacher.
If you get confused how to solve it, you need to try it one by one. So like there is no certain method to finish it. The only method is you have to try it one by one. What if I put a bracket inside 6 and 4 and then I try to calculate, and if it is not matched, then I have to move the bracket into any other place, because there is no exact method how to do it. It's like only trial and error. So you have to try it one by one. Whenever you already put the bracket, just try to calculate. When you calculate and the answer is not matching, so it means you put it in the wrong place. That's it. Is there anyone have difficulties? No? Okay, if no
No,
one has
teacher.
difficulties, what is the 2D? Where do I have to put
5
bracket?
plus 5.
5 plus 5, teacher.
Okay, good job. Is there anyone get confused so far? Or am I going too fast maybe? No?
No, teacher.
Okay, if no one get confused. Yes? Anyone saying something or no? Okay. If you have
Question,
Put
teacher.
the bracket
Yes,
5
yes.
and times 6. 5 plus 5 times 6, then bracket close.
No need.
Have no
No need.
question, teacher.
Okay, because no need to put bracket, Mike, because you already know the order that a multiplication will
3,
come
teacher.
first. Huh?
3.
D or B?
Okay, never mind.
Yeah. When when we meet multiplication, it means we have to finish the multiplication first. So adding another bracket after 6 is not necessary. If you want to put bracket like this, it's really not necessary, because everyone should know that multiplication and subtraction, the multiplication will come first to solve. Okay. Is there anyone have difficulties? Yeah, this is only trial and error. So 5 plus 5. 5 plus 5, it will be equals to 10. After that 10, I multiplied by 6, it will be equals to 60. And 60 minus 4, it will be equals to 56. That's correct. The only thing in here is doing trial and error. So I have to try to put bracket in between which number or in which calculation. When I'm done putting it, I try to calculate. After I'm done with trying the calculation, I need to check the answer. Is it matching or not? When it is not matching, so it means you have to move the brackets into any other operation. That's it. Is there anyone have difficulties? No? Okay. If you have no difficulties, then I'll move to question 3. see. Yeah, this is already question 3. Now, anyone want to help me to answer for the question 3? Anyone?
3.5 and 10.
3.5 and 10. Which number is it?
AP, right? Question 3.
Yeah, 3. Oh, wait, sorry. This is... Oh, sorry, I moved too fast. Wait.
Th-
Oh, this is, yeah, 3, yeah. Okay. 3A. How many is 3A?
3.5.
Okay, anyone got different answer? Yeah, when it is as a fraction, you have to solve it one by one. From the denominator and numerator, you have to simplify it one by one. Because at numerator, we have a calculation on it, we have to solve it first. Bracket and subtraction, indices and subtraction, we have to do the power first. So that's why we have to finish the 2 to the power of 4. And then like 2 to the power of 4 is 16. 16 minus 9, it will be equals to 7. 7 divided by 2, it will be 3.5. Is there anyone get confused for the question 3A? Sorry.
No, teacher.
Okay. For the question 3B, how many it will be?
21.
21. Oh, sorry. I make a wrong number in here. The question 3B is supposed to be plus, but I write it as a multiplication.
Oh,
Sorry, I write the wrong number. So in here you have to, if you are get confused with the question 3A, whenever it's a fraction question, you have to check it one by one from the numerator and denominator. From the numerator, you have to check is there any calculation or not in the numerator. When I check in the numerator, there is a 2 to the power of 4 minus 3 to the power of 2. It means I have to simplify the numerator first. 2 to the power of 4, it will be equals to 16. 3 to the power of 2, it will be equals to 9. And then after that, 16 minus 9, it will be equals to 7. And then 7 divided by 2, it will be equals to 3.5. For those who are getting confused with the question 3A, is it clear enough or is there anything still confusing? Okay, if nothing is confusing, then I'll move
clear
to
enough,
question.
teacher.
Okay, I'll move to question 3B. Okay, Steve already
10,
answered
teacher.
the 3B is 10. Is there anyone disagree with Steve?
No, teacher.
Okay, good job. Yeah, the answer is also 10. Now I will continue to student assessment 3. We have to calculate again how many it will be.
And A 20.
20, okay. For the question 1B, how many it will be?
15.
How many? 15 or 16?
15.
15.
Okay, 15. Then for the question 1C, how many it will be?
11.
11.
Okay. For question 1D, how many it will be?
13.
13.
Okay. Whenever
13.
you get confused, please feel free to ask. Do not shy or don't afraid to ask.
E is 1, teacher.
Okay, good job. For the question F, how many it will be?
4.
Okay, anyone get confused? Is there anyone get
No, teacher.
confused?
No.
For sure? Any one of you? Yeah, we have to do the bit mass thingy, bracket first. After bracket, we have to check is there any indices or root. After the indices and root done, we have to check the multiplication and division. We have to do whatever that comes first from the multiplication and division. If multiplication comes first, we have to finish the multiplication after that division. If division comes first, so it means we have to finish the division first, then multiplication, and so on. Really, no one have difficulties? If no one have no difficulties, I'll move to question 2 of student assessment 2. Student assessment 3, sorry. Okay. Oops. Copy the following and then we have to put brackets again. Anyone want to help me? Where do I have to put brackets?
7 minus 5.
7 minus 5, okay. And then what about the question B? Where do I have to put bracket?
2 plus 4.
How many?
2 plus 4.
4. Okay. Anyone? What about the question C?
4 plus 5 and 6 minus 1.
Okay, 4 plus 5 and 6 minus 1. Good job. For the question 2D, how many it will be?
1 plus 5.
1 plus 5. Okay. Is there anyone get confused? Is there anyone get
No,
confused?
teacher.
No? Okay. If no one get confused, let's continue to question 3. How many it will be for question 3? 3A. Oh my god, the class is...
5.5, teacher.
Huh? Sorry? 5.5? Okay, I agree with you. 5.5 also mine. Is there anyone get confused? Why is it 5.5? For those who are not turning on the camera, please try to be active. You can try to unmute yourself or type your answer to the chat box. So I will still recognize and believe that you really still joining my class. Not only your name present, but I could not hear anything from you. It feels like you really you are not really joining my class. So please feel free to ask any question if you have any difficulties. For the question 3B, how many it will be?
9,
9,
teacher.
teacher.
Sorry, how many?
9. 9.
Okay. Is there anyone disagree or get confused?
No,
So we
teacher,
have
it's
to
9.
solve the bracket first. 15 minus 3, it will be equals to 12. After that, we do the division. 12 divided by 3, it will be equals to 4. 4 divided by 2, it will be equals to 2. And then 2 plus 7, it will be equals to 9. Is there anyone get confused so far? Is there anyone? Is there
No,
anyone?
teacher.
Okay, if no one get confused, it means we're already done with the chapter 3. Okay, before I continue to chapter 4, is there anyone still getting confused or have any difficulties with the chapter 3? The chapter 3,
No,
which is the
teacher.
ordering from the highest to the smallest or from the smallest to the highest, making number line, making inequality, and then do a calculation without calculator. Is there anyone have difficulties still? No? Okay. If you have no difficulties, it means I can move to the chapter 4 about the integer, a fraction, and...
Sir, you can continue.
Okay. Yeah, before I continue to chapter 4, I give you a homework. The homework only doing the workbook page 7. It's not much. Only one page and the question will not be that much. So please kindly do it. If you have any difficulties, feel free to ask me, okay? For the chapter 4, let us continue to chapter 4. Yeah, you can open your textbook page 30 for the chapter 4. Before I continue to chapter 4, anyone still remember which one that I have to call as numerator, which one that I have to call as a denominator?
Numerator is the top one.
Number.
Denominator is the bottom one.
Okay. Now I have 3 fraction in here. Anyone want to help me? The improper fraction, which fraction that I can call as improper fraction?
5 by 3.
5 by 3. Yes, we can call it as improper fraction. Improper fraction is a fraction where the numerator is bigger than denominator. 5 is bigger than 3. We call it as improper fraction. Now, what is a proper fraction? Which one is the proper?
3 by 5.
Yes,
3 by 5.
5. It will be proper fraction because the numerator is smaller than the denominator. There is another word in here. It's written as vulgar fraction. Anyone knows what is a vulgar fraction?
From the book, it says it's just improper fraction.
Yes,
It's
this is
another name for it.
the other words of improper fraction. So which one that is the vulgar fraction? The 3 by 5 or 5 by 3?
5 by 3.
Okay. Is there anyone get confused so far? Or am I going
No,
too
teacher.
fast? Okay. If not, then the mixed number is when the whole number attached with the fraction. Is there anyone get confused so far about the terms that we are going to use in fraction? Is there anyone
No,
get
teacher.
confused? Okay, if no one get confused about this term, let us do try to change. Now I have 2 3 per 5 and we have to change it into a Fulger fraction. How to change the mixed number into a Fulger fraction? It will be easier if you do a multiplication. It's from your textbook using that way, but there is another way that is simpler, I think. So we can just multiply 2 and 4. 2 and 4 we multiplied, it will be equals to 8. After we got 8, we plus it with the numerator given. The numerator is 3 in here. And then for the denominator, we just copy paste. The denominator is 4, so we write it as 4. 8 plus 3, it will be equals to 11. That's why the 2, 3 per 4, we can change it into 11 per 4. Is there anyone get confused? Or maybe I go too fast?
No, teacher.
Okay. This is also the same way. We can multiply 3 and 8 first. It will be 24. After that, the result we plus it by the number here, the numerator given. That's why 24 plus 5 divided by 8, which is equals to 29 by 8. No one have no difficulties, right? Or is there anyone get confused so far?
No, teacher.
Okay. If no one get confused, let us continue to change the opposite in opposite way. Yeah. Now I have the Fulger fraction and I want to change it into mixed number. How to change it? Maybe if you still remember about division, you can try to
27 divided by 4.
27 divided by 4. And then what is the result? It will be 6, yeah. Right?
6 reminder.
Yeah, 6, it
6
will be equals
reminder
to,
1.
are you sure? It's not
No.
reminder 1.
3.
3.
Okay, because it is reminder 3. That's why in here it will be 6, 3 by 4. The remainder, it will be the numerator, and then the denominator, we follow the fraction given. Is there anyone get confused, or maybe I go too fast? Anyone get confused?
No, teacher.
Okay, if no one get confused, a fraction of an this is we have to find the amount of a fraction. When we have 3 per 5 of 35, the letter of in here, it means multiple. Of means multiple, so we can do 33 by 5 times 35. We can do cancel each other, it's okay. So the 35 we can cancel it with 5. It will be equals to how many if we cancel them? The 35 and 5 we can cancel it. 5 divided by 5 will be 1. 35 divided by 5 it will be equals to 7. And then 3 times 7 it will be equals to 21. Is there anyone get confused? Is there anyone get confused so far? Yes? Anyone have difficulties? No. What about the others? What about the others who are so silent in the class? Is there anything still confusing? No?
No, teacher.
Okay. If nothing is confusing, let us continue. Okay, this is the word in decimal. So the decimal, the digit after decimal, it will be the tenth, hundred, and thousands. After thousand, later it will be 10,000, and so on. Is there anyone still getting confused to find the place value of the fraction?
No,
right?
no, teacher.
Because we already done it since we were in grade 8. Is there anyone still getting confused? No?
No, no, teacher.
Okay. If no one get confused, so I will continue. Here is a decimal fraction. Decimal fraction is a new term maybe for you. What fraction that I can call as a decimal fraction? A decimal fraction is any fraction where the denominator is multiple of 10. So any fraction by 10 or by 100, by 1000, by 10,000 or anything, as long as it is the power of 10, we can call it as a decimal fraction. If I have 1 per 20, 20 is not the power of 10, it's only multiple of 10. That's why 1 per 20 we cannot call it as a decimal fraction. Even in here, 11 per 10 is not a decimal fraction because the numerator is bigger than the denominator. This is just another term. Maybe later when you have the word problem, you need to get used to with all the terms that we are using in the fraction. And I think for changing the fraction into percentage, no one get difficulties. Or is there anyone still getting confused to change from fraction into percentage? You just can multiply the fraction with 100%, or you can change the fraction into decimal fraction as long as the denominator is per 100, also fine. So is there anyone still getting confused to change from the fraction into percentage? No one, right? You already done it when you were in grade 8, or is there anyone still confused? I can repeat it. No? Okay. No one get confused, I think. If no one get confused, is there anyone who want to help me to answer this question?
Me,
It's on your
teacher.
textbook, page
Me.
33. Yeah, it's on your
Me,
textbook, page
teacher.
33. Yes, what is the decimal of 1 per 10?
0.1.
Okay. And then what is the percentage?
10%.
Okay. Is there anyone get confused? If any one of you is getting confused, feel free to ask. It's okay to interrupt me if you have any difficulties. What is the fraction of 0.2?
2 by 10.
2 per 10.
Sorry, can we
2 per 10.
simplify?
1
Can
by
we
5.
simplify?
1 by
Okay, 1 by
5.
5. Good
1
job.
by 5.
Anyone get confused? No?
No.
What is the
Good.
percentage of 0.2?
20%.
Okay, good job. Now let us continue for the 30%. What is the fraction of 30%?
3 by 10.
Okay. What about the decimal?
0.3.
Okay, good job. 4 per 10. What is the decimal?
0.4.
Okay, what is the
40%.
percentage? What is the percentage?
40%.
Okay, good
5%.
job.
40%.
0.5. What is the fraction?
1 by 2.
50%.
1
1
by
by
2.
10.
1 by 2,
Okay.
and the percentage is 50%.
50%.
Good job.
50%.
And then now for the 60%, what is the fraction?
3 out of 5
How
Three
many?
and
by 5.
0.6. 3 out of 5 and
3.6.
Okay,
0.6.
0.6. Good job. Now what about the
7 by
0.7?
7 out of 10 and 70%.
10. 7 by
Okay.
10. 70%.
Good job.
Teacher,
Yes,
you write
yes.
you write so small. I can only see.
Oh, you cannot see? Okay, then I will use the pencil. Are you using phone? Because
Yes.
I cannot change the font if I'm using this. Yeah, later I will just try to write it using the not by using the text. Okay. Thank you, Rafael. Later I will send the recording to you. Maybe you can see it through the laptop. If you see the answer using laptop, the font will be a bit bigger. Okay, Rafael?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Thanks.
Is there anyone disagree with the 4 per 8? Someone help me and say
Wrong! Wrong! Should be 0. Wait.
Oh my god.
how
Yeah,
many?
it is wrong.
Yeah, it's
0.8.
okay,
0.8.
0.8 and then
80%.
okay, 0.8 and 80%. Good job. And then now for the 0.9, is there anyone disagree with the answer?
No.
Yeah,
No.
Teacher, I'm sorry to interrupt, but Dave,
Yeah, it's okay.
please don't shout.
Yes, it's so shocking in my ear also. Okay, for the 1 per 4, it will be 0.25. The percentage, it will be 25%. Correct. For the 75%, it will be 0.75. And what is the fraction of 75%? Anyone want to help me?
3/4.
Okay, 3
3/4.
by 4.
3 by 4.
Okay. Is there anyone get confused or am I going too fast? Is there anyone get confused? Is there anyone? No? Really, for sure, no one get a question? No one get confused? Okay. If no one get confused, let us continue. I have some question. This is from the last 2-year IGCSE book. Not the question is not exist in your textbook. So let us just later I will share the PowerPoint, so you can make note first or something in your paper. Later you can copy the answer. Which one is the improper fraction? Is it the A, B, C, or D? Improper fraction is the C. Okay. Which one is the mixed number? Which one is the mixed number? Is it A, B, or C, or D? Or my internet lost? Hello, can you hear me?
No, teacher.
Okay. Read the question properly. It says underline mixed number. So we shall not put a circle for the mixed number. We only have to underline it. For the improper fraction, we have to circle it. Is there anyone get confused or am I going too fast? No? Okay. If no one get confused, is there anyone who want to help me? What is the question of 2A? 1/3 of 63, how many it will be?
21.
Okay. 3/8 of 72, how many it will be? Vulgar fraction is the other word of improper fraction for those who are asking. 3/8 of 72, how many it will be? Hello, no one is talking. Is my internet gone or something? Hello?
Wait,
Okay.
3/8 of 72, teacher.
Yes, yes.
27.
27, teacher.
What about the 2/5 of 55?
22.
Okay. What about the 2/13 of 169? How many?
39.
39. Is there anyone get confused so far? Or is there anything is confusing? No? Okay. Now for the question 3, we have to change the mixed number into vulgar fraction. If you forget what is a vulgar fraction is the other way we saying the improper fraction. So vulgar fraction is improper fraction. How to change the mixed number into improper fraction? You can just multiply the number and the denominator. You have to multiply it first. So 2 and 5 we multiply it become 10. After that we add with the number the denominator of the fraction given 3. So 10 plus 3 it will be equals to 13/5. That's correct. Or is there anyone disagree with the answer from your friend in here? Someone already helped me. Is there anyone disagree?
No, teacher.
No, teacher. No, teacher.
Okay. What about the others? Is there anyone getting confused? Or I should explain it first? It's okay if you need a explanation or something. Anyone? Clear? Okay.
No, teacher.
If you have no difficulties, let us continue to the other question. Oh, sorry. Yeah, for the question 5, copy the set of equivalent fraction. Anyone want to help me? How many by 6 it will be?
4.
Dave, you are shocking
4
me.
per 6.
Do not shout, please, Dave. Aduh. And then what about the something by 12? How many it will be?
8.
8.
8.
And then what about the by 18? How many it will
12.
be? 12.
12.
Okay, what if by 27? How many it will be?
18.
18.
Okay. If by 30, how many it will be?
20.
Is there anyone get confused?
No.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, now if you have no difficulties for the question 6, anyone want to help me to change this fraction into a decimal? How many is 35?
0.35.
Okay,
0.35.
0.35. Now what about the 275 per 1000?
0.275.
Okay,
Five.
0.275. Oops, the decimal gone. For the my handwriting is ugly.
6.75.
Okay,
6.75.
7,
6.75.
5.
Okay, is there anyone get confused? Whenever you get difficulties, feel free to ask. Do not stay quiet. I'm fine if you ask me any question. How many it will be for the D?
0.035.
0.035.
0.035.
Yeah, it's not in your textbook. For those who are asking me, this is the question that I take from the last 2 years ago textbook for the IGCSE textbook, and I think
It's okay,
it's
teacher.
still good enough for me to discuss it as a revising for you to remember anything that you already learned about the fraction, decimal. That's why I put it in here. Later, I will share the PowerPoint to you. Okay.
Teacher,
The
2 minutes
question is,
left. Teacher.
sorry,
2 minutes left.
2 minutes left. Okay. Yeah. Anyone want to help me for the question 7? How many it will be?
60%, teacher.
Okay, 60%. For those who are helping me,
49%.
please choose the color that is not too light. I just get notification in 5 minutes. My meeting will end up. Okay, wait. Sorry, all
89%.
the annotation gone.
25%. 90%.
How many? This is 60%.
60%.
60%, 49%,
49%.
Uh-huh.
25%.
25%,
49%.
90%.
Okay.
90%.
Mm-hmm.
150%.
Okay, wait, give me time to write it. 90%. After 90%, how many is it?
150%.
Okay, 150%. After that,
327%,
okay, 327.
5%.
After that,
5%,
okay, 5%. And then after that,
35%.
35%,
35%. Good job. After that, how many?
77%,
77%.
Mm-hmm. 77%.
3%,
3%.
3%.
3%.
Okay.
290%.
290%, and 400%.
400%.
Okay. Is there anything confusing or am I going too fast maybe?
No,
No,
teacher.
teacher.
Okay. Dave, do not shout, yeah. I feel still some because of you.
Yeah. No more
Okay.
shouting. No more
Okay, good
shouting.
job. No more shouting. Is there anyone having difficulties so far? No?
No, teacher.
Okay, I think
Okay.
I think that's all for today's class. Later I will send you the PowerPoint. Don't forget to do the workbook page 7 as the homework. I think that's all for today's class. Good morning and thank you, students.
Teacher.
Yes?
Can
Morning and
how,
thank you, teacher.
how do we submit the
Thank you,
workbook
teacher.
page 7 through? Through which one?
Which page?
Workbook page 7. How do we submit it? By
Submit
email
through the
or
Google
what?
Classroom. Just use the Google Classroom.
Oh, okay,
Later I
teacher.
will,
Thank you.
later I will make a pause for the homework submission.